All right, today we have Mr. Riekerd Bornman, who is the most important man that I've ever had on the show. There are two
Well,
special things going on today, Riekerd. What are the two special things we've got going on?
I've got two special things. Yeah, so the big one coming up is at the 27th of October. That's the AWE Grand Prix 2.
All
So
right.
I'm defending my belt. The one over there, I
Oh,
don't know if you
okay.
can see it.
All right.
And then in next year, 25th of January, knuckles up one of the biggest matches of my life, Don Underwood. You know, the legend.
That's
Very
gonna be
blessed.
very interesting.
I don't know. I got the opportunity for that match, but a lot of respect for that guy, and I need to work hard, man. I actually watched the interview or a podcast with him, and on the arm wrestling bus. I don't know if you've seen
I
it.
saw that, yeah.
And he lifted up his shit to show off his abs. Man, my mind just exploded. It's
Yeah,
crazy. He's 52 years old and he's built like a stud, eh? So yes, but I have 3 months, so I'm bringing it, eh?
absolutely. Now, what you were
Yeah.
supposed to say is what are the two big things, and I was going to make a joke. So now I will make my joke. First of all, I'm wearing a dress shirt today. That is one of the big things we've got going on. And the other big thing is for the first time ever, I have a continental champion on the show. You are the
Oh, that's
champion
cool,
of a
man.
continent. I've never had
Thanks so
a
much.
continental champion. I've never had a world champion. So this is, well, I've had Reno, who's a WAF world champion, but we have a champion of a continent. No one in Australia can pin Riekerd Bornman. All right.
Cheers, my friend. Really appreciate it. Yeah, thank
All
you so
right. And
much.
I've got some questions related to that later. We'll get there.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm super excited. I knew there's some coming, so I'm excited to hear it.
all right. So tell us a bit about your background in sports and why are you so strong just immediately? I know you did rugby, but I think there's maybe some other things in there that people need to know at home. And then what
Yeah.
got you into arm wrestling?
Okay, so let's start off with my sporting career. So I think it's a big genetic thing in my family. We are pretty good in sports. So I started off playing rugby. I would say the day I came out of my mother. That's the day I started. So rugby is it's basically it's in my blood, and I've always loved it. I had a massive passion for it. But unfortunately, I actually came over to Australia to pursue a professional career in rugby, but that got stopped immediately with an injury I got, and that injury went on for about a year and a half, and it was so tough, man. I went for multiple physio sessions, treatments, and all that, but nothing helped. And on that recovery road, arm wrestling showed up. So this is what happened. We got this event promotion, the meat stock, they call it in Australia. So it's basically an event that you go to have some nice food over there. There's a few funny things, animals, and there was an arm wrestling show as well. And I just decided, okay, let me join this thing. And
It can't be
boom,
that hard.
boom, I won it. I'm like, this is crazy. This is crazy. I couldn't even believe it. This is a different, because in South Africa, I did go to a comp, but that was just to test myself. I never even trained arm wrestling. I was exactly like you, just watch arm
Uh-huh.
wrestling. So we all know how we got into the sport. That's Devon Larratt. The stamp is there. It's Devon Larratt stamp. And that WAL matches with Jerry and Michael. And so yeah, I won that comp. And I would say 3 days later, I got a message from Ryan Bowen, and I couldn't believe it because I was watching this guy, a massive fan of him, and
Uh-huh.
always just watch his stuff, and I couldn't believe that he was this close to me. And he said, "Man, come down to my club," and that's when the journey started for me, man.
That is an awesome introduction story. That is much better than I expected. So you just showed up. So out of the gates, you were pretty damn good.
Yeah, I'm really lucky. I would say really lucky. Yeah.
I wouldn't say you're a very hardworking guy, and you know, maybe you've got some genetic gifts, but you also train very hard. So, you know, give yourself some credit.
Oh,
We're
shit.
gonna get to how your first time training with Ryan later on in the interview, because that is one of my questions. All right.
Yeah.
Who are your favorite arm wrestlers to watch, and who are you not a fan of watching?
Whew. Okay, so I would say my favorite guys to watch now is Nugo. Nixari,
He's awesome.
I can't pronounce his surname, but he's incredible. Um, just to watch that guy, it's amazing. And then it's Oniani, the left hand guy. He's
He's
facing
great.
Oleg now.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm a big fan of him as well. And then obviously Devon, no, yes.
I
Yeah.
watched you and Ryan Bowen's live commentary. You were pretty let down after that first round.
My friend, I think if I'm gonna meet Devon for the first time, I think my heart is gonna stop. I'm not gay. Don't underestimate me. I'm not gay. But this guy is like he's a hero for me. He's been a hero for me since forever. And now that I'm in the sport, he's starting to recognize me and he's sending me a couple of messages. That's something that really inspires and motivates me. And it just shows you that nothing is impossible if you really work hard. And the most important thing is you have to love the sport. Because when you love the sport, all the other stuff will just come together.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
It's just going
actually,
to take time. I've been blessed. My journey is I've got to the point where a lot of guys want to come a bit quicker, but that's just the opportunities is created by outsiders for me. So I'm lucky to have a good team behind me, and so yeah. But I enjoy the sport so much, man. It's only the beginning, and a lot to come, eh?
absolutely. Now, I've got
Yeah.
a funny story about meeting Devon that may make you either more or less excited about meeting him. The first time I ever met him, I thought it
Mhm.
was going to be like a first kiss. It's like beautiful. It's in the moonlight. You're at the beach. I thought it was going to be amazing. The first time I met him, I was in the hotel at Istanbul and I
Yeah.
randomly saw Coach Ray in the lobby. And I was like, I'm going to talk to Coach Ray. I was talking to Coach Ray a bit. And then we had the production crew for the documentary come in. So they
Yeah.
were like, we need to go check out the stage. So I'm walking through to the stage with Coach Ray and the production crew, and I'd literally never met anybody. And whatever, we're in this dark auditorium, and he's showing, okay, you got to put a camera here, and we'll get an angle here, whatever, just boring stuff. And then I walk out of the auditorium and I come around the corner like this, and it's dark and all the lights are turned off. I come around the corner and Devon and Jody are standing maybe 3 feet from me. And he's just this like huge towering dude. Like I can only see his dark silhouette. And he goes, "Hey, what's up, buddy?" And it was like the moment I was like, "Holy shit, it's him!" Because he had a green hoodie and everything. So like I knew it was him. And Coach Ray's like, "You want to meet Hermes?" I'll go, "Sure, of course I want to meet Hermes."
Yeah.
And then he brings me up to the signing room, and no fans had gotten there yet because I was just there on vacation before the event. This was the calm
Ah,
before the
okay.
storm.
Okay,
I
nice.
get to the signing room. There's no other fans there. And there's like Devon, Georgi, Hermes, Alex Kadecha, everyone you could imagine. And
You're
I'm in
blessed,
there,
man.
and I'm just
Lucky
in
guy.
there
One
like
lucky guy.
like let loose. And I got hit with all of the starstruck at once because literally I was just sitting there and like all these people who I've seen all these videos of
Yeah.
everything all at once. Instead of like you see him, you see no, everybody at
Incredible.
once.
That's an
And
amazing story, man.
if you
That's
watch
unique, eh?
if you watch the video where Hermes is comparing his left arm stats, I don't know what the title is, but basically Hermes was like, "Why is my inside strength only 7.5 on this card?" And he's like complaining to Engen, and then they
Yeah.
realize it's his left arm stats, and like everyone has a
Oh,
laugh.
yeah.
Anyway,
Right.
if you look in that video, you see me in the background just shooting my bricks, looking at everybody, just like completely in awe. So
Your
anyway,
hand on the floor.
all right, I totally hijacked the interview for there. Who are you not a fan of watching?
Hmm. Hard, man. That's a hard question. Because the thing is, I love arm wrestling and I respect all different techniques and all that just to get the job done. But if there's one guy I don't want to even say it.
If you don't want to say a name, you could say a technique. This is what I did with Reno. Reno was too nice.
He has a big hand. I'm just going to say that. Top rope. Yeah.
Okay, big hand top rope. The commenters can try to figure out who that is.
And he just
Um,
lost.
and he just lost. Oh shit! I would need like a page of the last card in front of me. Anyway,
You'll
all
connect
right.
the dots later on.
I'll connect them later on. Yeah. All right. How is your right and left hand compared to one another? Because you've never really competed that much. You have one match against
No.
Mario Tambakis. So
Yes,
like
yes.
as a fan, we have no clue what your right and left hand are like. So could you let us know?
Yes, okay. So if you open your eyes, that's my right hand. But if you close it, that's my left hand. So it's like a day and night difference.
Really?
Yes, it's terrible. My elbow integrity on the left, it's now if I try to go sideways, it just feels don't do that. But on the right, I can just jump into it and work as hard as I can. I don't feel anything in my elbow, and I think that's the one genetic thing that sets me apart. I would say that because it's from this. I'm only 3 years into the sport, and I can go sideways as hard as I want to with my right. But with my left, it's more. I want to try to take your hand and get eye.
Yeah, I feel the same way. On my left, I've always been open top roll, and on my right,
Yeah,
I've always just felt a little more like I
yeah,
kind of have that punch inside. I've
yeah.
always felt more outside just on both arms, but like
Yeah.
my left, if my left is in a hook, it is over. Like, I
It's
don't know.
over.
It's just like
Same for me.
it doesn't even feel like it's connected to my body. But then my
Yeah,
right,
something
I can
actually.
kind of do everything and I feel connected and good. And yeah.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, so on the 27th, it's that 8-man tournament that I'm going to. Uh, and after that, I'm having my first super match, left-hand super match with Brett Coots. So that's going to be exciting. He's ranked number 1 in Australia now. Lachlan doesn't compete in the state
Left hand.
tournaments.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yes, he doesn't compete in the state tournament. So this guy, he's the boss in the left hand. So that's going to be a crazy challenge for me.
Hmm.
But yeah, I would like to see because it's easy. It's easy. I'll actually ask for the match because I want to really test myself as an arm wrestler. With my right, I'll take on anyone, win or lose. I'll still give it a crack. With my left, it's going to be useless to face this guy. But with this number 1 guy, there's just something. There's one pathway or doorway I can see. If I can open that doorway, it's going to be a tough battle, but I still have a chance. So that's exciting for me. Yeah.
Okay, but your left and right way different. You feel much better on your right hand
Yes.
okay. So
Yes.
if I ever see a practice video you somebody left-handed, that means you could beat them righty if you can mess with them lefty.
Yes, it depends. It depends on their right and left,
Yeah,
Because
yeah. I mean
this
maybe
guy
it's
that
even more, right? Yeah.
yes, because this guy I'm fighting, Greg Coots, his left hand is actually his dominant hand compared to his right, even in weights and all that kind of stuff. So
Uh-huh.
that's the most exciting thing. I know, right? I'm gonna fight him again. He's the number 2 seed, and
And you're
yeah,
gonna kill him right-handed.
I've got him, man. I've already got it. I've already got
You've already got it. That's what I'm
it.
talking about. All right. So what's a match you'd be excited to have in the future? So it could be in the next 3-4 years. Like in the long
That's.
term, who do you see yourself facing?
I would like you to get. Who would you think I would like to face?
I
Just to
think
be realistic.
you probably want to face John, and I probably want to face in the long term maybe Devon.
Yeah,
Beating up
see,
on
the
your
thing is,
heroes a little bit.
at this stage of my career, I have so much respect for that guys. They don't even come to mind.
Uh-huh.
And this guy that I'm going to name now, it sounds crazy, but give me 4 or 5 years, and I think we can set it up. It's Reno Macy.
I don't think that's crazy at all. I mean, you are, I would say, like your level isn't unbelievable, but your level for the amount of time in the sport is unbelievable. So
No,
like
cheers, thank you.
your
I agree
potential
with you.
is as high as
I
it
do
gets.
agree. Yeah, Reno is he's incredible, that guy. So that's why I say, just give me. The thing is, strength is going to be hard for me to gain at this stage. That's strength that takes a while, but it's the technical side of it. It's to switch in split seconds, and that's what you need with Reno. Because if you don't adjust on that start with these press, you're gone. So you have to be tight. I think with Reno, it's a game of stability as well.
Hmm.
Stability through your chain. Because if he gets you when you're not ready, it's over.
Yeah.
If he starts before you, it's
Yeah, and he can
you're
get you
done.
in a whole lot of weird positions that you don't feel good in. So
Yeah,
you got to be ready for
it's
everything against a guy like Reno.
yeah. So that would be a dream match for me in a couple of years, but in the long future.
Yeah. I don't think it's as
Yeah.
long as you think. You may be there, you may be there quicker than you imagine, right?
You
All
know what the
right.
problem is?
What's
Reno's
the
also
problem?
just going to go like this.
Yeah.
It's just going on.
Yeah.
so so yeah, I'll just have to work harder.
Okay. And for my thumbnail, I'm gonna put you and Reno arm wrestling, and then I'm gonna circle Reno, no chance.
That's better. Reno, a lot of respect, but I'm coming for you, buddy.
All right. So you, Lachlan, and okay, now you may know as the questions go on, they get a little hotter. You know what I'm saying? It's like hot ones. So
Give me some gas.
You, Lachlan, and Ryan train together on the regular. What's the
Yes.
pecking order in a genuine ready go?
What would you say? The what order?
The pecking order, like who's better, who's worse?
Between us three or thing?
The three of you. So like how would you rank each other?
I'm gonna put myself first. I think I deserve it. I'm gonna
Okay.
put myself first. Lachlan and then Ryan.
Okay. Now I have a follow-up question.
Yeah.
Um, would they agree with your ranking?
Ryan would definitely agree. And Lachlan, I think deep down in his heart, he does know that. He does know that. He's admitted it a few times. Uh, but it's hard. It's hard. He's been number one in this country for long.
Uh-huh.
And
It
this
doesn't
young
feel good to
stuff
have
coming
some new
up.
kids show up on the block.
So he's still giving me gas. It's not a massive gap, but I think with my lever and the confidence that I'm building to go sideways and hit as hard as I want to, it's getting tough now for him. If we get it ready go fresh, I think it's tough, man. It's tough, but I'll give myself the upper percentage. The
So
upper
if
hand,
you
yeah.
so if you had to bet money when it's you and Lachlan in a serious like match, you'd be having
Mm.
money on you.
Yes, 100%. Yes,
Okay,
yes,
now I have some more people to add. What about Mario Tambakis? So you lost to him last
yeah.
time. It was a
Mm.
close match. Are you
No,
beating
that
him this
was
time?
terrible, my friend. That was terrible. So that was my first ever super match. Don't get me wrong, Mario Tambakis is a monster. Actually, I actually wish that him and Lachlan were going to be in this AWE Grand Prix because that's going to be who's the number one guy in Australia,
That
no?
would be awesome.
Just to, yes. So I faced Mario last year in Canberra, ACT States, and I won him 2 rounds. So the things between me and Mario, it's tough, but he always gets me in the setup because to be totally honest with you, I still have a lot to learn in setups. A lot. You can see that first matches when I set up with Mario, it's no bone line or shoulder commitment. It's just on my bicep, and he gets my pronator and he dumps through my bicep. But right now, I think I'll just join him, and then we'll see from there. I'm definitely stronger than him, 100%. He'll agree with you, but technical side of it, Mario's still the upper hand on me, but I'll take him now. Yeah, 100%.
100%. So now
Yeah.
that makes me kind of think Mario Tambakis and Lachlan. You think Lachlan would win? Because you said Lachlan's
Yes. Yeah.
close, but
Yes.
but
Lachlan
you'd kill
will
Mario.
Lachlan will toy with Mario
Okay.
respectfully.
In the nicest way
But
possible.
yeah. I think the thing is, me and Lachlan, we train on a regular basis. So I'm so comfortable with him now. I know what's the worst thing that can happen. I know where to go and all that. With Mario, he just grabbed you on the pronator and said, "Let's go, buddy." So if you really want to go out on that, it's tough. You need to go first if you want to get into his hand. But if he sets that cup, it's done. You have to be really strong to contain that. So his setup is pretty good. It's hard to explain, but when you see that guy in person, he's about a shoulder wider than me. It's insane. He's shorter, but his shoulders are so wide, and he just
Yeah.
gets into it. But I think if I set up with him and we both jump into it, I'll take him off center. Yeah.
All right. So you think you've improved enough that you would now beat Mario Tambakis, and you're quite confident.
Yes, 100%. Yes,
And
I
I
do.
and I'll even go as far as say I think you could have beaten him that day. Like
Mhm.
if they did a rematch 1 week later, you would have learned the things you know, like, and you watched that match back, you would have known how to beat him. I think you were strong
Yes,
enough on that day, but he was smarter than you. But I don't think he
yes.
is.
He's much. I
Now,
was when I
now
watched
the
when I watched that
intelligence
match.
gap has closed.
Yes, 100%. And I'm getting spot on the table. It's so cool because I can feel what to do, especially when you go for that press and you get stopped. From there, then it's really important what you're going to do now. And that's why I like the press is when you go for it and you get stopped, you can immediately go into a loop with your shoulder, and from there, if his fingers is not contained, you can just roll out.
Hmm.
So I would like to test that on Mario, but yes, his time has come. But the thing
So,
is, I will have to drop weight now. I'll just wait in at 125. Comfortable.
uh-huh.
I don't even try to get big. This is comfortable. But in the
So
future,
you're 125?
yes,
I
yeah,
thought you were 115. Wow. Okay.
yeah. But
I
that's
think you
I
used
would,
to be 115 though, right? You've gotten bigger.
yes, but I think 150. That's about a year ago, a year and a bit ago.
Okay, yeah. That was
Yeah.
about when I first heard about you. So yeah, that makes sense. So
Yes.
you, so
Yeah,
you
that
gained
could
a good
be.
bit of weight.
Yeah.
You're getting bigger. All right. You and Schoolboy are like about the same size. Maybe that's a match.
Who's that? Sorry.
You and Schoolboy are pretty much the exact same size.
I would rather take Schoolboy than anyone else. Bring Schoolboy. Where is that guy? Just bring him. Let me avenge Ryan Bowen. Bring him.
That might be the thumbnail. And now another person to ask, would you have beaten Heta-Morris today? Are you confident you could beat him?
Easy day, buddy. Easy day. Easy day.
So,
and don't get me wrong, I have a lot of respect for this guys. But Mate, he's a big dude, man. He's a big dude.
He's
you see
big.
him on video, he's big. You see him in person, he's massive.
Yeah.
It's undescribable. I have a photo with that guy. I just watched it a couple of days ago. It's insane. The width of his shoulders, the size of his shoulders. And when you grip up with that guy, this feels like a tennis ball, my friend. He's son.
Yeah.
So, yeah. No, Mario, easy day. Easy day.
That's the kind. See, these are the kinds of things I need my interview guests saying. I don't want any humble. I don't want any, maybe, I don't know. This is the kind of type of shit I love to hear. So
I'm just totally honest with you, man. I'm totally honest with you.
Now I will add, so that now there's the 4 guys that you've all said, all of them, you're out for their head. You beat every single one. Do you think they would all agree that you're clearly the number 1 in Australia?
I think the guy that would like to challenge me the most is probably Mario.
Yeah.
I think that's the guy because he knows the lane. He has the lane.
Yeah. And he knows he can beat you.
No, I don't think now. I don't think
now. He, as in, like, he's beaten you before, so he understands it's possible.
Yes. I won't go outside of him again. Never.
Yeah.
I won't ever do that again. I will just dive in. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, that's a match that has some gas on it now because that's a good rematch. It makes sense for the rankings.
It's the best possible thing for me. If anyone asks you for any match, I would take Mario Tambakis. But the thing is, I respect him, so I have to come down and weight as well. Because I can't be 125 and him being 110, you know?
No. Stay big. Just completely destroy him.
No, but he won't like that. No excuses.
So if you could make any match with any athlete from any time period, what match would you make? And you could include yourself in these matches.
No, okay. The thing is, I respect all the legends and all that, but it's time for the younger generation to start grabbing, eh? So I would like to see even Budge and me, eh? But this is far into the future, because Budge and me.
I think today Budge will probably be
Devon Larry's son. I would like that.
Oh, you would kill him. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, respectfully, Auden is a bit too small right now. His technique is probably 10 times better than mine, but I'm just too strong for him at this stage.
Absolutely.
So I would wait 5 years because he's going to be a beast. We all know that. We all respect it. It's Devon's son. And Auden is a really hard worker. We all can see that. But I would like to face him in the future as well because he's going to be a big dude, man.
Yeah,
I mean, his dad is Devon Larry. What do you expect?
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, I would say, yeah. It's probably not that exciting, but in my head it is. It's because it has a story behind it, you know.
Yeah.
Face someone who has a surname of Stagnus, really, you know. There's big problems.
Now, I actually have a question. Do you think you could beat 18-year-old John?
Me being 21 now?
Yeah, like you right now versus 18-year-old John who won Over the Top. I think this is my favorite question. I'm going to use this against everybody. This is great.
It's a terrible question, man. The thing is, first of all, as an athlete, you need to have self-confidence. Because the thing is, I train hard, man. I train really hard.
Yeah.
So it's hard to put myself as the loser. But John is a legend. So I'll give the upper hand to him. But let me tell you something, I'll fight for death.
But you think you have a shot, and I like in that match, I think you might have a shot. I mean, you are quite a bit bigger than him, a little bit older than him, and the level 40 years ago was certainly lower than it is today.
I agree with that.
But John is John, so it's sort of hard to say one way or the other, right?
Let's say it's 4-1 for him. Let me at least get one.
Okay, yeah. So, who is the best arm wrestler that you are confident you could beat?
Hmm.
An
This is a
arm
good question.
wrestler,
This
like the
is a good question.
community would be saying you have no chance, but you are confident you would defeat them.
Hmm. Oh, this is a good one.
That's why I save it near the end.
Terence Opperman.
Who? Terrence Opperman?
Yes, that's a guy.
Okay. Yeah, him and
So
Reno had a
yeah,
match.
so I'm going to tell you something. So there's probably something coming up in December for me. I'm not sure, but if that doesn't come through, me and Terence will have a match for the number one in South Africa.
Is it okay for me to leave that in the video?
Yes, you can if you want to. Yeah,
Okay.
100%.
So
Yes.
you and Terrence Opperman would be interesting. I would say I don't necessarily I'm kind of like what the community perception of that match would be.
What do you
Like
mean?
as in like if you ask someone on the like who knows about arm wrestling, how
Mhm.
do you think about Riekerd versus Terrence Opperman? I think you may be the community perception favorite in that.
Could be. Yes.
Who's like a person where people would say Riekerd doesn't have a chance, but you're like, I got this guy.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard.
I mean, there was Schoolboy. People might say you don't have a chance against Schoolboy, but you sounded pretty confident a couple minutes ago.
No, I think I got Schoolboy. It'll be a hard match, but I think that's a close one. But if you want to say that people think I will lose, uh, it's hard, man. It's hard. My brain is going to explode right now. I don't know.
All right, we'll stick with Terrence Opperman then. All
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
so what are your 1 year goals in arm wrestling?
1 year goals is so I'm going back to South Africa now in a couple of weeks, 1st of November. Then I'm there for 3 months. So that goal will be just to play with Uncle Don. Just to play with him. I want him to hit the brick wall. That's what I want.
You want
So
him to hit an elbow foul, jumping elbow, and he hits into nothing.
he's going to have so many fouls. It's not even true, my friend. His elbow is going to fly all over the place. The thing is, a lot of respect for him, but I'm going to work really hard. I want him to hit a brick wall. That's what I want.
Yeah.
So I would say that's my 3 month goal. 1 year, I would like to get noticed by the big organizations. I think for a while I'm going to stay out of state and national competitions and really focus on becoming a professional arm wrestler. Because you need to dream big, man. You need to dream big. The opportunities is just coming my way, and it'll be really selfish of me to not give it my best, eh?
Yeah. I mean, I think there's sort of like a bubbling that is waiting to be unveiled. I think
Yes.
Don Underwood is going to be your big where people go, oh, okay, this guy's legit. And I think they're going to have another one after that where they're going to be like, oh, okay. Like I think people are going to start realizing that Australia has a new little monster coming out of it, or a big monster.
Yeah, a new little monster.
Not a little monster, huge monster coming out of Australia. But yeah, I definitely think I would say you're maybe at the level where you deserve to be getting that type of attention, but you haven't actually beaten the people to to be on that
to
stage.
get the respect. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
And I think you're going to pull it off.
I'm so blessed, man. There's people that's been in this sport for over 10 years, and they don't get the opportunities I have. I'm so blessed with Knuckles Up giving me an opportunity to face Dawn Underwood. I mean, that's a massive gamble, man. You're just going off training videos of me and that one tournament that I just won.
Yeah.
So from my side, they will get my respect. I will train as hard as ever, and I will win.
That's the type of attitude I love to hear. All right. And I'm going to add a follow-up question to that. What are like your 5-year goals in arm wrestling?
To be a world champ is tough, man. It's tough. That's really tough. But I would say 115 kg category. I would like to get into the, let's say, top 5.
Okay, so you would like to be in title contention in the 115 kilo category.
Yeah, let's say that. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's a very reasonable, sensible, achievable goal. I don't think that's cocky. I don't think that's setting your standard too low. I think that's perfect. Like if you work hard, 100%, you could be right there. You just
Yeah, the thing is,
gotta
I'm 125 kgs right now. I'm not as lean as I would like to be, but it's okay. I'm just going with it. When I get back to South Africa, I'll lean down and get big. But the thing is, I'll walk around comfortably on 130. But to be 115, you need to be lean, man. That's a lean machine, and it's going to take me time. That's what I'm saying. You can't just cut from 130. I'm basically 125 cutting down to 115. That's a 10 kgs difference. You will lose strength. You will. So give yourself 5 years with that weight, then it's a different story.
All right. I have another question. I'm gonna add a
Yes.
few right now because I'm at the end of my written questions, but I'm
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
up with some new ones on the way here.
All good,
So
man.
this is a very spicy question. Ryan
Yeah,
will
okay.
consistently, as he's in a weight free fall, be talking about how much stronger he's getting. Do you
Yeah.
feel that he's getting stronger when he's on those weight free falls, or is he delusional?
He's not delusional. I won't say that. Um, First of all, Ryan has been a blessing to me in my career. That guy, I wish everyone could know Ryan the way I know him. There's been going a lot of stuff around about Ryan, all that. This guy is, first of all, he's one of my best friends in Australia. He's religious, and I respect that, and we can chat about that, and I really like that. As an athlete, he's really smart. If you get the chance to speak to that guy, it's amazing, man. And I'm so blessed to have him in my corner because I don't think I would be where I'm at today without that guy. He's been helping me out a lot. I think you guys just see a small portion of me and him compared to what's actually going on. He doesn't lose strength, man. It's insane. We go to the gym.
Wow.
He used to weigh 108. Am I right? That's when he was beef
Yeah,
against
yeah.
Schoolboy.
Against Schoolboy, was he 108? I thought he was like 103, but yeah, he was fucking huge.
Sure. Yes, yes.
He might have
Okay.
been 108 though. Like you would know better than me. So yeah,
Yes,
he was
I
big.
think he was 108 maybe. And so the way I measure it is we're gonna use weights. Okay. So we normally gym together and all that. And he's 90 kgs, or let's say he wasn't 90 yet, so he was probably about 95, 96. And he's still doing that lat pull downs with 130 kg like it's nothing. And I'm there struggling with my 125 kg body weight. So that was really insane. And I had this conversation with him because it's when I lose weight, my weights go down significantly. It's crazy. Even my bench, I lose stability. I just feel weak. But with him, he just had it all sorted. On the
So
table, it's a different story because my level has gone up a lot since we started training in the beginning. So it's hard to measure it, but the stop, that bottom stop of him, that open arm topple, that's stronger than ever, man. That's stronger than ever. He's been refining that and refining that. You can talk to a lot of different guys, and they will say exactly the same to you. That bottom half, it's terrible. So if it doesn't attack your pronation, you're all good. But if you get to you and you just that stop is inevitable. It will happen. You just have to climb and go, climb and go.
yeah, basically exactly what Schoolboy did. Just like pump
Yep.
and
Yep.
just slowly work through his range. But you got to be
I mean,
strong
we
enough
all
to do
know
that.
Schoolboy is a crazy top roller. We all know that.
Yeah.
And one man should get a stop. So that's strong, man. That's strong.
And you're saying that Schoolboy or the Ryan that faced Schoolboy, even though he's had like a dramatic free fall in weight, has
yeah.
genuinely maintained that strength.
Yes, because you have to remember the way Ryan also arm wrestles is when he gets a stop in a hook, what does he use? Bone line. There's not a lot of muscle involved. So it's yeah, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. Ryan uses a lot of his bone structure to stop a match, man. There's not a lot of muscle involved. And with the injuries and all that, we haven't seen explosive starts and all that. It is probably coming back now. But yeah, Ryan is really using a lot of his bone line to get stops. And I think that's where all the small injuries come from. So it's hard to judge his power. Yeah, I haven't seen a drop. I've asked him multiple times because it's crazy. He's lost like 18 kgs in how long? 10 weeks. It's crazy.
Well, like I brought that question up genuinely expecting for you to tell me like he loses a lot of strength and he's kind of just crazy to be saying that he doesn't. That's what I
Yeah.
expected. So Andrei Sharkevich was genuinely just very strong against him, and that was a strong Ryan Bowen.
Yes, but we'll see in December Andrei's level. We'll see that. That's going to be exciting.
December, and who's Andrei Sharkevich facing?
Oh, I'm not sure I can say that. I don't. Is it announced yet?
All right, we just had a little talk off camera. I'd completely forgotten what the match was. It's Andrei Sharkevich against Lachlan Adair. It's totally announced. We're okay to talk about it. So give me your thoughts on that, Riekerd.
Okay, yeah. So I think we all underestimated the strength of Andrei before he faced Ryan. And in that match, you could just see Ryan trying to do a lot of different stuff, trying to out-top roll him, trying to force to, trying to get the bone line stop and all that. But Andrei was just as strong. That back pressure and hand of Andrei is insane. I have a lot of respect for that guy now. Since I've seen what he's done with Ryan, it's incredible. And now this match coming up, Andrei and Lachlan, that's gonna be a good one. I think, in my opinion, I think Lachlan will try to force the hook. Lachlan's not a top roller in my eyes, or my opinion. And so if he gets that pronator of Andrei, that's a hard day for Andrei. Lachlan will just graft and graft and graft there. But Andrei's not going to make it easy for Lockie. That's the exciting thing. So you can see this match in two different planets. It's incredible, actually. But now that I'm actually thinking about it, that's scary, man.
It's going to be a very interesting match. It's completely possible that Andrei might run over Lachlan. But it's also possible that Lachlan could run over him. So
yes, that's the thing. If someone takes your hand, it's tough. Yeah, and Lachlan can pull without his hand. He's developing something. But that's kind of...
Is Lachlan again a King's move, is what you're telling me?
You got it.
You mean to tell me Lachlan's gonna be like this?
He's just like this, hanging from the table.
That would be incredible. Yeah,
because we actually had a great laugh about it at training. He's just been doing that. It's so funny.
And imagine it's because you take his hand every single time, so he just kind of. It's the same reason why Ryan has developed his King's move. It's literally because he can't beat Lachlan in a hook, so he's always just kind of had to go outside. And now it's now he's really good at it. So yeah.
And let me tell you, when Ryan is ready and healed up and all that, even Lachlan looks pretty close. Lachlan will still get a upper hand on him, but Ryan is not far off, man. It's just, that's why I'm saying it's going to be incredible to see Andrei versus Lachlan. That's going to be the ultimate test, and we'll see what Andrei's, because we know what Lachlan Adair's level is. We know that. He had a great showing against Krasimir. He had a great showing against that guy, David from Georgia.
David Arbuli.
Yes. So that's good matches, So it's going to be exciting to see where Andrei's level is.
Wow. All right. Last question for my written questions, then we'll get on to something else. What's your hottest arm wrestling take?
Hottest?
Yes.
What's that supposed to mean?
Your hottest arm wrestling take. So like a hot take is like a very controversial opinion that a lot of people may not agree with.
Okay, this is the easy one. So like Devon always say, what the best training is for arm wrestling is, he'll say stable time. And unfortunately, as a new guy, that's not the story. That's totally not true.
Okay.
You have to get into the gym, and there's different ways of pulling. I understand that on the table. I understand that. But to be realistic, we all want to go flat taps, So first you have to have discipline when you do table time. That's so hard because everyone wants to beat everyone. But if you have someone that really looks after you and you're a new guy, table time is the way to go. But that's not the case, unfortunately. So table time.
Table time is totally overrated.
Yes.
All right. Now I have another question, and this was in my Reno interview. Do you think steroids are overrated or underrated?
It's hard, man. Steroids, people that uses them, it has a significant advantage. It's actually crazy, man. It's actually crazy. And that's why we can see guys that say, no, table time is the best. Table time is the best. Because they recover like this. Can I tell you something? So when I have a training session with Ryan and Lachlan and the club and all that, it takes me 3 to 4 weeks just to get stability in my elbow and chest again.
Wow.
So that's why table time is not the go for me,
Uh-huh.
And my arm isn't even being opened up and all that, So
Yeah, and
I would,
that's winning mostly.
yes, yes. But the thing is, I would, how can I say, I would give away position. So I would let people sit in a press on my arm, and I would just hold it. Then I would work myself through that and things like that, and that would just kill me.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
All right. So now
So
the last part of the
steroids.
show. Oh,
I would say steroids is underrated. Yeah.
underrated. So they are, see, Reno, on the other hand, said the exact opposite. He said they're totally overrated. You don't need them at all. So it's very interesting. I love getting a lot of opinions on this type of stuff.
I'm not saying you need them. I don't say you don't need them. But when you have them,
It's a big advantage.
It's like that last turn of Venom. It's done, man.
I'm letting you know too. People will definitely not like that you are claiming to be natural because apparently Reno did that, and there were people who were not happy in the comments.
Natural
Anyway,
boys.
I believe it because it's not like you're like ripped or something. Like people need to realize when someone's on steroids, like okay, few things. First of all, you can be not that lean and on steroids is one. But second of all, if someone's like blasting roids, they're not going to be fat. Like it's just not true. So like if you were if you were on steroids, you're not on very much. But I think what you have is very achievable naturally over a long period of time with very good genetics. And you've done both.
I'm 21. I'm too young to use that stuff. And you know what I told myself as a religious guy? I told myself that God has really given me a lot of talent, man. I'm truly blessed, and I want people to understand that. So for me to just go and just jump that out of the window and start injecting myself with stuff, that would be dishonorable from my side. That's how I feel. So I'm going to use my natural potential as far as I can go, And I respect people that use that stuff because it's stuff on your body, but you do it to be the best, and I respect that 100%. And I'm not saying I won't ever use it. But for now, it's not in the near future. But yeah, you can do it natural. You can. I mean, Reno's a great example. He throws you around, and I know that guy's natural. You can see that he's competing at WAF and all that. So it's a proven fact.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, a lot of people have been at WAF who are definitely on steroids, but I do personally believe that Reno is natural. Yeah. But like, I mean, yeah, there's definitely been like, I'm not going to say names, but there are people who have definitely been on steroids who were at WAF. We'll leave it there.
Okay. You can see that. You can see that. I'm also not going to say name any names. Everyone will know who I'm talking about. But one of Reno's matches, his opponent, he's like, dude, you can see that guy. He transformed from
his
a baby.
Traps are ridiculous, and and
to an uncle. Yeah. To an uncle, and is it worth it? Reno beat him. So I think we're too young for that, man. We're too young for that. You need to explore with your natural given talents and you need to redline with it, until you're 30, 40, 35, and then that's, I promise you now, John Brasing didn't have that.
Yeah, I believe John was natural till very late in his career. I think he made I know for a fact he's using stuff now. He's on at least TRT, and I think he said that. I mean, he's not he's not trying to hide it. Yes. But yeah, John was natural for a very, very, very long time for sure. All right, now we're gonna do match predictions, but we don't do it like on some other channels. I'm not gonna spend an hour. Let's do 1 or 2 minutes for each match. Okay.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, we'll do some at the next East vs. West, and then we're also going to have some predictions, some fun matches from other events, okay? Devon versus Oleg Petrenko. Devon's going to kill him.
I'm not saying that Petrenko is dangerous, but Devon's my man. That guy. I just can't see him losing. Like he said, his hand is too big. He's gonna take the risk.
I don't see how he could be pinned 4 times.
No, he will take the hand. He will. Yeah. And I know Petrenko has that ability to go without his wrist, but how many times?
Yeah. I've been hearing some interesting stuff from the Riekerd camp. I hear Devon is something very special right now, so I think Oleg's in trouble.
Great stuff.
Irakli versus Tautiev.
That guy from AMCA.
Hmm.
Oh, that guy is scary. I would like to see him win. I would really like it. He's just a speedy, tall guy with that low ankle pull. I would like to see that match go
Yeah.
down, and he just takes Araki's hand. The thing is, Araki has a lot of options. Even if he takes hand, Araki can dive forward now.
Yeah.
So I'm giving that to Araki. Yeah.
Okay. I agree on that prediction. Ibrahim versus Reno. We were just talking about him.
That guy, that Ibrahim, he's strong, man. But I
He's a
will give it to
monster.
Rena. Yeah,
All
I'm gonna give
right.
it to Rena for the young generation. Come
I
on,
think
Reno.
I think that is one of the closest matches on the card. That's one where like if you pick Reno, I don't think you're an idiot. If you pick Ibrahim, I don't think you're an idiot.
Yeah.
That's a very, very close one. Ivan Marashenko versus Alajan.
Whew. Incredible, man. This could be the main event. It's
I
incredible.
totally agree. There are
The
like
thing is,
there's like
yeah,
maybe four main events on this card,
it's
which could
incredible.
all
That
be a
match
main
is.
event.
The thing is, in my opinion, Ivan is, in my opinion, the number one in the world. In my opinion,
At 115.
I would even say the match he had with Morozov. Did you see that match?
Yeah. I think
Man,
Morozov beat him, to be honest.
if it wasn't for that elbow felt, it's over.
Well, I think it's one of those things where it looked close because he was doing elbow fouls.
Was
Like
it that big of an elbow felt?
there were some pretty big elbow fouls.
Fair enough. Let's stop. In my opinion, he's number one in the world. But Alijan looks terrible. His hand is massive. I'm gonna give it to Marashenko.
Okay.
Yeah,
Michael Todd versus Gennady.
Michael Todd.
All day.
All day. Gennadi's injured.
Now I have heard though, I heard he was like curling 90 kilo before, and now and maybe 3 weeks ago he was curling 80 kilos, and he says he can get up to his best shape. So let's say
Yeah,
this is the best shape Gennady. You still think Mike's got it?
he needs to go 120 to beat Mike.
All right. So you're very confident, Mike. I love to hear that. Yoshi Kanai against Todd Hushings.
Todd, that guy's incredible. He's a bit light now, but I think he'll take it. The match is 115, eh? Or was it 110?
It was 105.
Oh, 105. Okay, so
Yeah.
he's good then. Yeah, that's all
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
I think Todd's gonna beat up Yoshi pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Yep.
Vitaly versus Zaranov.
Vitaly, that guy's. Yeah, George is also not bad. Who's it? He had a crazy match with Rivas, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't a
Yes.
crazy. He killed Ravaz. That
Yes,
wasn't. Yeah.
yes. That was his last showing as well, isn't it?
That was his last match. Yeah. So we don't have a whole lot of information on him, but when you're coming off a victory like that, you could beat anybody. Maybe. He might be the guy.
The thing is, if he fought, how hard is it to force the hook on Vitaly?
Much harder than Ravaz, I think. So it'll be interesting.
I think Vitaly will let him. We'll take it. Yeah.
All right, Jerry and Levon.
Oh, Levon all day.
Ever since he beat your hero Devon, now he's gonna beat everybody.
Yeah, he has to. He has to.
Yeah, now if he loses to Jerry, that means like Devon is like number 3 in the world. You can't live in a world like that.
You see, the thing is, almost destroyed Jerry. We
Yeah.
can't forget that. I know that was a technical thing, but we can't forget that.
I mean,
Levon
Jerry did
is-
have pneumonia, like legit. I've
Okay.
spoken with people who know Jerry. He had pneumonia. Like he was not in good shape.
Okay, fair enough.
So
fair
take
enough.
that with a grain of salt, but still, that was him at the table.
Mm-hmm. See, Jerry is also an incredible puller. He's amazing. But the thing is Levon going to allow him? He will. Is he going to allow him to eat? Like Georgie, even Georgie made it hard for Jerry. Georgie. Georgie is incredible, don't get me wrong. But Levon is next
It's
level.
much higher level than Georgia.
Yeah. So it's hard for me to see Jerry win. I hope so. I would like to see a new champ.
It would be probably one of my most, like, if I could wish for a result, I would wish for Jerry to defeat Levon easy.
Yes.
That would be awesome. But I
That'd be incredible.
I don't see it. I think he's gonna go He's just gonna instantly hit, and it won't even budge off center, and then he's just
I
gonna.
think Jerry's endurance isn't actually too bad, eh? He can
It's
sit
great.
for
Yeah,
days.
it's great.
So
Yeah, he beat
if he
Gennady in
gets
a
his
close
fault,
match. He beat Georgi in a close match, and these are very durable guys.
yeah, yeah.
So I think this is one where if he even gets one round where he's just in that 1 minute dog fight where Levon's like this and Jerry's like this, it could get interesting. And Levon, if he gets too big and he can't really get close and get connected like that, he can get separated pretty easy. And then there can be a moment where there's just too much human and he kind of can't generate force. Levon needs to be smart and know if he needs to foul out of a round, because he can't be stuck in some round that's a stupid round to fight. You know what I'm saying? If Jerry's here, you need to give that shit up. You're not pulling him out of that. Now maybe you're just way stronger and you can, but if you're in some thing where you're here and you just need to give up that round. So if Levon is smart, and I think Levon is a much smarter arm wrestler than people give him credit for, I think Levon will be smart and he'll know when he needs to foul and he'll know when he can actually fight it. And I think he's going to win pretty easy, but it would be awesome if not, right?
Yeah, incredible. Yeah, definitely.
All right. That makes the end of the interview. Do you have any closing remarks for the people at home?
Dad, Mom, love you guys. Thank you for watching this interview. I'm going to make you guys proud 27th. Yeah, see you guys soon. Thank you so much.
What do you have to say for the people who made it to the end of the interview? Should they subscribe to me?
Oh, of course. Why not? Please do.
They made it. Listen, we can't live in a society where people make it to the end of the interview and they don't even subscribe. Can you believe people do that?
I can't believe it.
Unbelievable.
YouTube should actually have this thing. So when the video goes until a certain amount of time, when it passes that
automatically subscribed.
Automatically subscribed.
Yeah. So if you've made it this far, the YouTube should have subscribed to you, but you need to subscribe right now. Is that correct?
Please do it, guys, and give us a thumbs up as well, please.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a good day.